Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, it's great to have you. If you're returning, it's good to see you again. In today's video, you'll receive my channeled message plus a page from the Daily Angel Guidance book and also a Universal Love Oracle Healing card. Please note that this is a collective group message, so it may not resonate with you today, and that's simply okay. Come back tomorrow where the message may be more aligned with what you need to know. Let's get into it. Have you heard of FOPO? What is FOPO? Fear of people's opinions. How much do people's opinions rule your life a little bit? And you may instantly go, no, they don't. But I would prefer you to hear this and ask yourself, how many things are you not doing in fear of what people may say? Yeah? This is what I'm speaking about, okay? Just some food for thought. And did you know, which I found really interesting, oh, I've lost my page. How can I have done that? FOPO is also known as ALLODOXAPHOBIA. Did you know that? I didn't till I did some research. I was like, The message comes through, and if I'm not understanding things, I will absolutely research to get a little bit more of an insight, because I'd never heard of FOPO. I wrote it down and I thought, oh, here's Kat making up her own lingo again. And then I typed into Google, and I could not believe that I found FOPO there, and it's also known as the word I just shared with you. I was blown away. So, is FOPO holding you back from being the best version of self and living your life of choice? Yeah? Hear that, living your life of choice. How many things are you not doing or have not done due to fear of people's opinions? What are people going to think? What are people going to say? How many times does that thought come into here? When you take time after watching this and reflect and go inward, you're going to find it's more than likely more than what this automatically gave you the answer. I know for myself in the past, it was massive. I wouldn't say things in fear of, my beliefs, what came through. I wouldn't have been doing these messages purely because of FOPO. That's my truth. And absolutely, yeah, do I have FOPO? Absolutely, there are times where I still have FOPO. I just have better skills in raising my awareness. I have higher awareness and go, that's what it is. I catch myself much faster, and I have the skills and the ability to go, do I want to buy into that or no? I got a choice. Yeah? And this is what I hope that you can gain. The skill you can gain is really, when something upsets you, stop, take a breath, and then look at it logically, calmly. Yeah? Do you not celebrate your wins publicly in fear of people's opinions? I absolutely am going to own that still hinders me. That particular one of celebrating my wins. Absolutely. The fear of people's opinions? Yep, that takes me out. More importantly, do you find opinions emotionally impact you? Meaning they make you feel sad, angry, frustrated, whatever emotion is attached, but that's impacting your emotional balance, right? And when you are able to take yourself out of that, why do they really matter? Why do we take on board other people's opinions? Wow. Some people are going to share their opinions no matter what you do. They are going to maybe downgrade what you do regardless. And my question is, it's how you react is what matters. But my question more importantly is, what state are the people that are giving you their opinion? Are they that unhappy that they need to put their unhappiness onto you? Are they that in that negative space that no matter what, they're going to give you a negative opinion? And this is when we have the ability to have clarity and go, you know what? I'm not carrying that. That's about them. It's not about me. So let's keep moving on. Okay, it's time to shift your perspective. All right? Are you perceiving the opinions as criticism? That word, criticism. When you hear that word, and I have done a video on criticism versus feedback, yeah? Criticism makes internally go, oh, what's coming? And it doesn't feel good, right? Criticism, or even constructive criticism. People trying to fluff it with using the word constructive. No, it still sends, in the emotional state, it still sends a bit of, I'm not going to like what I'm going to hear. It's already shut down, right? And do you feel it and think it as a personal attack, right? Criticism, are you taking that on board? Is how dare you say that about me? I don't do that. Is that where your thoughts go? So that's not serving you. So let's shift that perspective. What if when you hear or you read an opinion of another person, you tell your thoughts, it's conscious awareness, it's feedback. And ask yourself, what can you learn from it? Really look at it, stay open. Is there something valid in that will assist you to grow? I am always open to feedback. And sometimes it doesn't feel good. But then I sit with myself and go, Kat, no, that's how you learn. Yeah? My mum shares with me and says, oh, sometimes you come across angry at your videos. Now, I could take that as a personal attack if I so choose. Instead, as you can see, I laugh at it and I go, that's mum's perspective and maybe some of yours. And I always endeavour to go, you know what, I come from a place of love. And sometimes I do absolutely get loud, but it's in hope that I can poke you to gain a shift. Yeah? It is not just to yell at you. And yeah, one of you may say that, and I'm not going to be impacted by that because I know I come from a place of love. I will absolutely say, I'm sorry that you perceived it that way. It was never my intention. Absolutely. I will respect and honor your comment. What I will not do is take it on board. I will not allow it to impact my emotional state. Can you see the difference? I hear it. I'll go, okay, I may need to be a little bit more mindful of when I become passionate to tone it down a little bit because I'm offending some people or I'm hurting some people, and that is never my intention. I hope that makes sense. If there is nothing you can gain from the feedback, tell yourself the opinionated person may be not in a good place right now, struggling with their own stuff in life, and unfortunately, you may have been the punch bag, and it's not intentional. They've just needed to release some of that hurt, that pain, that anger, and not intentionally, you were the target. And I go, when you look at it from that and go, I respect it, they're clearly not having a good day. It wasn't a personal attack on me, and I'm not going to, even if it was, I'm not going to allow that. And just respect them that they've got their own journey, their own thing, and stay focused on your path, regardless. You see, feedback is positive, and it feels positive when you say, I'd like to share some feedback with you. See how it feels? It provides you with knowledge that you may not have known about you. The opinion offers an external review. I love that because often we don't see what others see. So I love when I get the opportunity to get an external review. I embrace it. Yeah, I may not like it, but I embrace it because I go, oh, how can I grow from this? You gain an opportunity to grow. Isn't that a beautiful gift rather than a negative? When you no longer perceive opinions as a personal attack, it allows you to receive an outsider's perspective on things you may not have picked up on. Take joy in people's opinions. Feel it as feedback, allowing yourself to stay open, to learn and grow. So go from FOPO to JOPO. Joy of people's opinions. It's up to you if you're ready to flip it. You have the ability. If any of you are saying, I can't do that, there's no such thing as can't. It only takes your commitment and discipline to shift it. However, you must want it. Yeah? If you don't want it and there's not enough drive and commitment, you are not going to achieve this. That's the truth. I've had some people contact me and go, oh, those tools don't work. And I said, did you do it every day? No. And I go, well, of course they're not going to work. To create a new habit, we must be consistent in doing that new habit. If we revert back, it takes us longer. Because you cannot go out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Of course, you're not going to retain that new habit and gain that new habit fast if you keep reverting to your old habits. Yeah? And so for this, it takes time. There are times absolutely where I get tripped up. However, I now have gained that skill and I have the conscious awareness of, oh shit, I'm buying into that. Stop, Katerina. Take a breath. Look at it logically. Are you going to allow that to stop you from moving forward on your journey? No. And sometimes it does take time. It takes maybe a few hours for me to sit or mull in my thoughts for a day. And it doesn't consume me, but it sits in the back and it's like, I know I have to. I absolutely will address that tomorrow in my morning's journaling. Because I don't want things sitting there. Not with what I do. Absolutely not. So I hope that that has given you a perspective of go from FOPO to JOPO. All right. What has the daily guidance book got for us today? Heal disagreements. Okay, what I'm getting from this straight off the bat, there may be some of you watching this that you've had a disagreement with a friend and it actually stemmed from an opinion about a particular thing, or it could even be about you. It is time to heal those disagreements, and a way to heal them is if you shift your perspective from FOPO to JOPO. Yeah? It takes time. And they were offering you feedback. Is anything in that opinion or that feedback, right, going to get you to move faster, something that you hadn't realized? When you stop taking it as a personal attack, you allow yourself to be open to process and digest what you read or what you heard. Go inward, own your truth. Because if you really want to move forward and there is something and a goal that you want to attain, the only way to attain that is by hearing the truth and speaking your truth. And just maybe that dear friend of yours is really assisting you to grow and jump maybe a hurdle that you didn't even know was there. Shift your perspective and don't allow an opinion to impact your relationship, your friendship, a work colleague relationship. It's so important. Heal them, because you could be carrying something that is really not necessary. If you shift it and take it as feedback, what can you take away from that and learn and go, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I actually do that, or I actually am that. I really want to work on that. Isn't that a much easier perspective? Okay, heal insecurities. Heal disagreements. Before I read this message, if you want to close your eyes, take a deep breath. Just so you can be present and absorb all the words in this message. Not everyone is going to agree with choices or the way that you handle situations. When someone takes issue with you, you may feel sad, angry, confused, or betrayed. You probably wonder why he or she thinks so differently from the way you do. You may even question your own decision and wonder if that person is right. This situation is a demonstration that although all people share the same spirit and light on the inside, everyone is unique in human terms. Absolutely. Liking or loving someone comes from focusing on the similarities between you, which can sometimes blind you to noticing the contrasts. So are you focusing on the differences or are you focusing on the similarities? Yet in every relationship, there will be an occasional difference of opinion. Oh, there's that word, opinion. It's not the disputes that matter, but the way you handle them. Absolutely. How you react to them is what matters. It's not what's said. Stop focusing on that. If you can have the grace to accept that another person thinks differently from you, then you've come a long way on the spiritual path of learning and growing. And absolutely, I know we are all different human beings and everybody perceives things from a different angle. And that stems from our morals, our values, and our beliefs, our blueprint, right? How did we grow up? What environment did we grow up on? Of course, we're going to have all different opinions. Who wants to all be the same? Otherwise, we'd just be robots programmed. No, we've got enough programming, thank you. Healing occurs within you first and then spreads to the relationship. No matter what the other person does, stay true to your own divinity. Your spiritual growth doesn't depend on changing people. Absolutely not. Rather, it involves learning to see the light within others, no matter what. And that's absolutely so true. Thought for today. I stay centered in peaceful love during all my dealings with other people. I commit to seeing the inner light within myself and everyone else. I am willing to accept that others are different from me, and I love myself for who I am right now. Absolutely. So for some of you, it really is highlighting that there may be disagreement with someone, and it may be even your partner. And this has gone on a little bit too long. Whatever was shared, you've taken it as a personal attack. It's sitting down in the pit of the gut. And yeah, you're sort of maybe talking, but you're not really in it. It's time to really heal that disagreement and really look at self and go, is this worth it? What can I learn from the feedback that I received? Or simply have a discussion and share with the person how you feel about what they shared, their opinion. We need to have effective communication and share our truth exactly with how we feel, not focus on what they did. And this is where arguments start, is because when people share, they share about, they attack and go, you did this and you did that, rather than go, I feel this way when that happened. Does that make sense? So it's not about the person, they won't perceive it as a personal attack. You can give your feedback in such a way and deliver it so diplomatically that people will not take it as a personal attack. And I am digressing a little bit, but I have got videos on language. It's so important the words that you use when you deliver feedback. You can really give someone feedback that's so positive and they're so grateful for it, or you can deliver it where it feels like a damn personal attack. It's about learning what words to use and in which way you structure those words as to how the listener will perceive it. It's an art form. And it's what I've been practicing and teaching in relationships for quite a few years now. And it makes all the difference. You can be so honest with people and share your feedback, and they're open to it. It's when we go, oh, you did this and you did that. Oh, no, I don't like the way you did this and I don't like the way you did that. Like, that's their way of doing things. Where's the respect? So if you are a person that tends to give a lot of opinions, now I will not describe someone as opinionated because I am labeling that person as that the whole time, and that's untrue. However, if you are a person that feels opinions is a behavior that you have a fair bit, then really sit with yourself and go, well, why am I so opinionated? Why do I give my opinion? Is it my business? Why does it impact me? That is where we want to go. So if you are a person that tends to deliver a lot of opinions, go inward and ask yourself, why do you do that? What's impacting you that leads you to feel the need to give your opinion? It's an interesting food for thought question, hey? And that's where that guided me. Okay, so we have 2 cards. What's the first card? Sorrow. Yes. I am going to share that a lot of people, when they give opinions, and if they're negative or they're nasty, I always look at them and go, well, what are they going through? What sorrow are they feeling to be so angry or bothered by what I'm doing? So I look at them. It's not about judging them. I just absolutely realize that they're going through some stuff, and it's not a personal attack on me. It's just how they're feeling at the time, and I'm the first port of call. I'm their release. It's not intentional. And so that's why I don't take it as a personal attack. Because when people are giving you nasty feedback, we'll call it that, or being quite nasty in their opinions, there we go. What's going on with them to lead them down the path to do that? Are they sitting in this? What's going on in their life? It doesn't excuse their behavior, okay? But what it does do is get you to understand it and makes it easier for you to keep moving on. You don't sit in it. Does that make sense? So let's go to sorrow. What does sorrow have for us? All right. Sorrow. Before I read this message, if you want to close your eyes, take a deep breath, just so you can absorb all the words from this message. All emotions, even painful ones, offer us a gift. Sometimes we don't realize how precious something is until it's gone. Yet consider that nothing is ever truly lost, for in the realm of spirit all exists eternally. The events of this life are but a fleeting moment with our internal reality. Through this time, your appreciation of friendship and family will deepen. Feel the unconditional love that is around you. On a soul level, we are all united and spiritually connected to all creation. In that palm of divine's hands we live and die, only to discover that it was all a dream. For life on earth is like a play. Everyone has their role and the roles keep changing. Yes. No one or nothing is ever lost, even in this, if the transcript we hold says it is. The play goes on and every sorrow will be filled with happiness. Absolutely. It is what is going on in someone else's life to throw opinions out that hurt someone else. It's not intentional. It's how they're feeling. So what they're sharing on the outside is a reflection of what they're feeling on the inside. And it's about respecting that person. When you take you out of it and you don't take anything as a personal attack, it gives you the opportunity to really open up and see things from a different perspective. I call it like you can look from like a drone. You can see what's going on and go, okay, that's why they're like that, because they're hurting. It doesn't excuse their behavior. But I go, what do you choose? Do you choose to feel crap and take on that criticism? Or do you choose to go, no, you know what, I know that they're struggling and that's okay. It's feedback. Is there anything in that I can actually learn from? I'm not going to allow that to hold me back from moving forward on my journey. It's choices. And it takes conscious awareness to really make this choice a lot easier. But if you're in your head and you're angry and you're frustrated and you're emotionally unbalanced, you lose the ability to look at it just how I shared with you. So it take a step back, really take some time, breathe, and then look at the whole picture and go, does it really matter? No. Thanks for the feedback. And you know what? If you keep taking people's opinions, you will end up in sorrow because you will not be moving forward in your life. It will be holding you back from achieving whatever it is you want to achieve. And you do not want to go to a place of blame. Oh, it's their fault why I didn't do that. No, it's not. You allowed it. If you're blaming people for your sorrow and that you not achieve what you want to achieve, stop it. Because they're not holding you. You're allowing them to hold you. They don't even know it. And that's the scary thing. So if you're feeling sorry because you're not moving forward in your life and you're blaming and it's because of them and it's because of this and it's because of that, stop it. Get out of sorrow and go, you know what? I am the manager of my emotional and mindset state. No one else is. I'm taking it back. Yeah, that's what just came through with that. So what's the card that I pulled? Message from afar. Yeah, absolutely. There are messages coming in, and they can be in the form of an opinion. And because you've taken it as a personal attack, you're missing the gold in that opinion. There absolutely is some really good information in there about you that you may not have seen. Because you cannot, it's really hard to visualize how you come across to others, right? I don't know how I come across. The only way I do know that is when my mum says, "Ooh, cat." And I love it because it's like, oh shit, did I? Because for me, my intention comes from a place of love, not one of anger. And so I don't see it. Does that make sense? Now I could take that and go, okay, so I'm going to be really light and fluffy now, and I'm going to share the words like this. And because I don't want anyone to, my mum said that I come across angry, so I'm going to take that on board and I'm going to just do this. If I spoke like that through the whole video, I'm pretty sure none of you would come back and watch another video. I know myself, I wouldn't, because I'd be falling asleep and go, oh my gosh, this woman is monotone. There's no emotion. There's no energy. And I really want to feel that energy and go, right. So I hope that gives you a perspective. I don't want to come in, and I will not come in soft. I will in certain parts. There's a reason. Every tone that I use in a video is intentional. It is intentional to poke you where I need to poke you. Yeah? Poke the emotion. I need to get that soft emotion up in you. I need to get you fired up. My tone raises, my energy, my whole body moves. Everything I absolutely do on a video is intentional. And that is when you have conscious awareness and you are the manager of your emotional and mindset state. It's wonderful when you can gain that habit. It's a habitual habit. It's practice, 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 practice. And yeah, you know what? I still trip up. Absolutely. I embrace that opportunity when I do, because I go, okay, what can I learn from it? I don't see it, oh, I failed. Oh, it's a mistake. No. Okay, did that. What do I need to take away from that? Oh, okay, blah, 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 blah. And I hope that you can do that in your life. Be kinder to you. I endeavor to look at things from the positive perspective, not be hard on myself and go, I made a mistake. I don't believe in mistakes. I don't even use that word. They're lessons. Why did that happen? What do I need to do differently moving forward? It gives me opportunity to see things from a different perspective. Love it. Okay, message from afar. And I know I digressed, but that's what came through. So what messages are you missing because you're shut down and you're taking it as criticism? That's what they've just said for clarity of that. And messages from afar can be also your internal. What is your gut instinct saying that you're not hearing because of FOPO? You're listening to someone else's opinion and you're going with that rather than going with what your gut is telling you right now, and what you're feeling is more important. Yeah? It's so important. Okay, close your eyes, take a deep breath with me. Have the courage to live your dream. Absolutely. Let all unfold within your soul. Listen to your inner voice. Yes, gut instinct. Be yourself. Absolutely. Do what your heart asks of you. Live, speak, and breathe your truth. Every situation you find yourself in is here to help you grow in love and wisdom. Absolutely. Always make the most of life. Focus on what you have, not on what you don't. Be grateful. Show compassion for those less fortunate than you. Smile more often. Dance when no one is watching. Think about your internal soul. Think about eternity. Think about heaven. Remember to smell the roses. Absolutely. To look up at the sky, to feel the earth beneath you and the endless universe that surrounds you and the stars above you. When was the last time you looked at the stars? Feel the breeze and the trees and the love that fills and surrounds you. You are loved unconditionally, no matter what. Yeah? Think about 1,000 years from now and 1,000,000 years from now. This is really a beautiful message about shifting your perspective, shifting your focus. Are you so focused on what you don't have and really listening to people's opinions which are hindering you moving forward rather than hearing it as feedback? What can I learn from that? And I'm going to damn well do it. Yeah? I absolutely resonate with FOPO because for so many years it had held me back from speaking my truth and sharing what I share in these videos now. I had a fear. What if I really share what comes through and people aren't going to like me? What if I share and people are going to get angry? Yeah? And they were all the different things because I come from such a different perspective that all the fear came in, and if anyone said anything, oh my gosh, it would set me back so far. I would have gone 2 steps forward and I go 10 steps back just through someone's opinion. Yeah? I've worked a lot on that. My next goal is to work more on being comfortable celebrating my wins publicly. That I absolutely, and that's me being raw, being truthful, is a journey that I'm still working on. Yeah? And you can see you can see by my body language, absolutely. I do little snippets here and there, and I generally don't post anything personally. It's all about my messages and work. So that is absolutely on my list of work. But right now I've parked that because my focus is more about I've got the other 2 things. I've created new habits, which is consistency and commitment. I have done that with doing these videos. I think it's about 130 days now, consistently. Absolutely. My next goal is organization. Yeah. And, there was another one and it's slipped my mind. So that is absolutely my next goal. And I really want to do, because I know that when I gain these new habits, it's going to propel me forward. So I always prioritize what I need, what new habits I need to really get in that's going to propel me forward. And right now, the celebrating isn't a big hindrance to my growth. That's for me. It may be for you. But for me, I've got over the bigger part of just speaking my truth. That matters more right now. Yeah? So just felt guided to share that little bit, just to maybe give you a little bit of clarity on what you can begin to do to assist you to move forward, to really get to a place of JOPO and really reduce FOPO. Because when you can, it's amazing how far you can grow and how quick you can grow when you just go la 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 la. And it's feedback, welcome feedback. Delete the word criticism and constructive criticism. If anyone ever says, oh, I want to give you that, when you hear it, flip it to, they want to give me feedback. It's a brilliant tool when you can do that, because then it goes to the emotional impact. You don't shut down. You go, it's feedback. You don't take it personally. So I hope that you've gained something little from today. Honor yourself and do the work and really ask yourself, why do you have fear of people's opinions? What is it about their opinions that impact you? It's so important, if we have fears, to identify the fears, write them down, because then they're in the conscious mind. We have awareness. If we don't ask the why, then we're just going to say, we have a fear of people's opinions, and we don't take action to heal them, right? We do nothing because we don't know why. If there are things going on in your life, always go to why. Then write them down. Take a breath, write them down, identify them, get the clarity. Otherwise, you're too much in your head and you're going to struggle to move past it. Does that make sense? I hope so. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd be so grateful if you would like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notifications bell so you'll be notified when I upload tomorrow's cat's message of the day. You matter. You matter. You are your most valuable asset. So invest in you every day. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I want to thank you for spending your time with me, as I absolutely respect your time is valuable. So thank you for taking time. So for today, take care.